Don't waste hours on crossword puzzles or brain teasers that promise to sharpen your memory but rarely deliver lasting results. The truth is, your brain doesn't always need more information. It needs the right kind of stimulation to reactivate dormant neural pathways. Stick with me closely, because in the next few minutes, you'll not only discover how these hidden side effects are robbing you of your mental clarity, but also how to protect your brain so it stays sharp and active. Many seniors quietly accept memory loss as a natural part of aging, but science says otherwise. Your mind can actually regain clarity and focus with just a few small, deliberate moves that take less than a minute a day. I'm going to show you a set of 5 gentle exercises, inspired by ancient Japanese techniques and supported by modern neuroscience, each designed to reawaken your memory. Before we get started, I want to ask where you're watching from and what time it is. Leave a comment below, and if you like, please. Now let's start with exercise 1, alternating shoulder taps. One of the simplest yet most powerful ways to awaken your memory is through a small movement called alternating shoulder taps. At first glance, it may seem almost too simple to matter, but the truth is that this gentle practice activates one of the brain's most important communication bridges. The corpus callosum, the structure that connects the left and right hemispheres, allows information to flow smoothly so your thoughts remain clear and your memories easy to reach. When this bridge weakens with age, you begin to forget names, lose track of conversations, or feel that foggy sense of distraction. By tapping each shoulder in sequence, you remind the brain to restore balance between its two halves, strengthening the very channels that keep memory alive. Science explains this effect in a fascinating way. Alternating shoulder taps not only stimulate the corpus callosum, they also activate the cerebellum, which is more commonly known for balance and coordination. Modern research shows that the cerebellum also helps with memory storage and recall. At the same time, this exercise helps reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that interferes with concentration. Seniors who carry constant tension in their shoulders and neck often find themselves struggling to focus. By practicing this movement daily, you allow both body and mind to relax, while the brain quietly builds stronger connections. The method is easy and safe for almost everyone. Sit in a chair or stand in a comfortable position, keeping your back straight and your feet steady on the ground. Raise your right hand and gently tap your left shoulder, not rubbing or pressing, simply marking a calm rhythm. Then switch sides, bringing your left hand to your right shoulder. Continue alternating, right then left, at a pace similar to the beat of a soft metronome. Do this sequence for 30 to 60 seconds, breathing deeply in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. You may close your eyes if you wish to focus more fully on the sensation. At the end, place both hands gently on your chest for a few moments and notice the warmth spreading through your body. When should you practice? The morning is ideal, right after waking up, because the movement clears away mental fog and prepares you for the day. Some seniors also do it just before reading, studying, or even learning a new skill. Others prefer it at night as a way to release stress before sleep. The good news is there is no wrong time, as long as you give yourself those 60 seconds with full attention. Across cultures, the meaning of gentle tapping has deep roots. In the United States, I once worked with a retired farmer in Texas who found that this exercise helped him feel sharper each morning before heading out for his routine walks. He told me with a smile, "Doctor, it feels like someone polished my mind." In India, traditions such as Ayurvedic therapies and tapping techniques like shiatsu emphasize awakening energy stored in the shoulders. What elders practiced centuries ago is now confirmed by neuroscience. Tapping stimulates the nervous system and brings hidden circuits back online. Still, there are mistakes you should avoid. Do not hit your shoulders hard as if exercising strength. The power lies in gentleness. Do not only tap one side. You must alternate to stimulate both hemispheres equally. Avoid rushing or doing it absent-mindedly while watching television or scrolling a phone. Mindfulness is key, because your brain responds to intentional movement, not careless gestures. After just a week, many of my patients tell me they feel clearer, as if a fog has lifted. One woman described it perfectly. "Doctor, It feels like I found a switch I did not know existed. That is the promise of alternating shoulder taps. It is not magic, but a daily reminder that your brain is still capable of rebuilding itself at any age. With a minute of gentle rhythm, you can protect your memory, restore your focus, and carry hope that your best mental years are not behind you, but still ahead. Exercise 2. Heel circles. One of the earliest warning signs of declining memory is not forgetting a name or misplacing your keys, but losing balance. Many older adults notice subtle changes long before obvious forgetfulness, like feeling less steady when rising from a chair or stumbling slightly when turning too quickly. Doctors at Johns Hopkins University have observed that these small balance issues are often linked to changes in the brain rather than simply weak legs. What feels like clumsiness can actually be your brain struggling to coordinate body and memory functions together. Science offers a clear explanation. The cerebellum, the part of your brain at the back of your skull, is best known for balance and coordination. But modern research from the University of Oxford shows that the cerebellum also plays an important role in storing procedural memory, the kind of memory you use for daily routines like walking, writing, or driving. Alongside the cerebellum, the basal ganglia and vestibular system work as a team, making constant adjustments that help you stand tall and move smoothly. When these areas are underused, they grow sluggish, and that same sluggishness can spill over into your ability to recall and retain information. The good news is that just 60 seconds a day can give these brain regions the stimulation they need. Heel circles are a simple, low-impact exercise that anyone can try safely at home. Sit upright in a sturdy chair with your back straight and your feet planted firmly on the floor. Slowly lift your right heel off the ground, keeping your toes in contact with the floor. Then, imagine drawing a small, invisible circle on the ground with the back of your heel. Make the movement smooth and steady, as though you are sketching a coin-sized shape. Continue for 15 to 20 seconds, then gently place your heel back down. Repeat with your left heel, alternating sides to keep both hemispheres of your brain engaged. After 2 or 3 cycles, rest with both feet flat and take a few slow breaths. For best results, practice 5 days a week, at least 1 minute each session. Many seniors find it helpful to do heel circles mid-morning or right after lunch, during the time when energy dips and concentration scatters. This active pause wakes up the brain, stimulates blood flow to the legs, and clears mental fog. Across cultures, this exercise carries unique meaning. In the United States, falls are one of the greatest health risks for seniors, with the CDC reporting that 1 in 4 older adults experiences a fall each year. By practicing heel circles, you are not just protecting your memory, you are also strengthening the micro-adjustments that prevent dangerous stumbles. In India, there is an old belief known as Ashino Noki, or the memory of the feet. It reflects the idea that your feet remember paths, movements, and postures, even when your conscious mind forgets. Heel circles embody this philosophy by reawakening pathways between body and brain that too often lie dormant in later years. Of course, mistakes can reduce the benefits. Many people accidentally lift the whole foot instead of just the heel, which lessens the effect on the vestibular system. Others rush the circles, creating tension instead of flow. Keep the movement slow and deliberate, because intention is what tells the brain to pay attention. Avoid slouching forward, since a bent back limits neuromuscular connection from the trunk. And always alternate both feet, because one-sided practice leaves half of your brain unstimulated. I once worked with a woman in Pune, India, who felt unsteady every time she climbed the stairs. She worried that her memory was slipping too, especially when she forgot where she placed her prayer beads. After just 3 weeks of daily heel circles, she told me with tears in her eyes, "Doctor, I feel like I have my footing back, both on the ground and in my mind." Her story is echoed by many patients worldwide who discover that small, intentional habits can create powerful change. The message is simple but profound. Balance and memory are deeply connected, and by nurturing one, you strengthen the other. With heel circles, you give your brain and body the reminder that they can still work in harmony. And each minute you invest is not just about preventing falls or improving recall. It is about reclaiming the steady, confident self you thought was gone forever. Exercise 3. Rhythmic clapping. At first, it may sound almost humorous to say that clapping your hands could strengthen memory. After all, most of us associate clapping with applause at concerts, hymns in church, or celebrations at family gatherings. But here is the surprising truth. When done with intention and rhythm, clapping becomes a powerful brain exercise. Neuroscientists call it neuronal synchronization, and it describes the way your brain cells fire in harmony when you engage in rhythmic activity. This synchronization helps different regions of the brain communicate more effectively, especially the frontal, parietal, and temporal lobes, which govern focus, attention, and memory. What makes rhythmic clapping unique is that it introduces irregularity into your daily routine. A steady pattern becomes automatic, but an irregular pattern forces the brain to adapt, create new pathways, and stay flexible. When you clap in sequences such as 1 slow clap, 2 quick claps, followed by a 2-second pause, you're essentially breaking old habits in your nervous system and building fresh neural connections. This disruption of the ordinary gives your memory circuits a workout similar to how walking on uneven ground strengthens your legs. And here's the bonus. Clapping also stimulates dopamine release, the brain's reward chemical, which is essential for locking new memories in place. Practicing rhythmic clapping is simple, safe, and requires no equipment. Find a quiet space, whether it's your living room chair or a shaded spot on your porch. Sit or stand with your shoulders relaxed and your hands free. Start with a single slow clap, listening carefully to the sound and feeling the vibration in your palms. Then give 2 quick claps, sharp but not harsh. Pause for 2 seconds, allowing silence to become part of the rhythm. Repeat this cycle for 1 full minute, breathing naturally as you go. The next day, change the pattern, perhaps fast, slow, pause, slow. The key is variety, because it keeps your brain from slipping back into automatic mode. For best results, I recommend seniors practice rhythmic clapping at least 5 times a week. Some of my patients use it as a 3 p.m. reset, a way to fight the afternoon slump when mental energy naturally drops. One retired engineer in California told me that this 1-minute practice worked better than coffee for clearing his thoughts and bringing him back to the present. After a week, he was astonished at how conversations felt sharper and how easily he recalled details from books he was reading. Across cultures, the meaning of clapping carries a beautiful resonance. In the United States, churchgoers know the joy of clapping along to gospel songs, where rhythm connects hearts and minds in unity. In India, rhythmic patterns are woven into meditation practices, classical dance, and temple festivals, where clapping and beats are seen as a way to align the body with higher consciousness. What ancient traditions recognized as spiritual harmony, neuroscience now explains as neurological stimulation. Both paths point to the same conclusion. Rhythm awakens the mind. Of course, there are common mistakes to avoid. Many people clap without really listening, which robs the exercise of its multisensory effect. Each clap must be both heard and felt to activate the brain fully. Others repeat the same simple pattern every day, which quickly becomes mechanical and loses its benefit. Always vary your rhythm. Some tense their shoulders and neck while clapping, turning a gentle exercise into a strain. Stay relaxed, because freedom of movement keeps the nervous system open to change. The beauty of rhythmic clapping is that it carries no risk and demands almost no time, yet the rewards can be profound. Within days, many seniors notice improved focus, lighter moods, and a surprising clarity in recalling daily details. This practice does more than sharpen memory. It reminds you that growth is still possible, even at 70 or 80. Your brain is not a fading machine. It is a living instrument, and rhythm is one of the simplest ways to keep it tuned. So, when the afternoon fog begins to settle or your thoughts feel scattered, take a minute for this exercise. Clap slowly, clap quickly, pause, and listen. Feel the rhythm enter your body and awaken your mind. It is a reminder that even in later years, with simple choices, you can guide your brain back toward balance, memory, and vitality. Exercise 4. Arm brushing. Many people are surprised to learn that memory is not only stored in the mind, but also deeply tied to the sensations of the body. A gentle touch on the skin can awaken emotions, old memories, and even hidden clarity. Think back to the comfort of a parent stroking your arm when you were a child, or the way a warm hand on your shoulder reassures you in times of stress. That simple tactile connection is not just emotional, it is neurological, and it can be used as a tool to sharpen memory, even in later life. Science explains this through the somatosensory cortex, the area of the brain that processes touch. When stimulated gently and repeatedly, signals also travel to the hippocampus, the part responsible for forming and recalling memories. Research from the University of California shows that tactile stimulation increases the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, a protein vital for the survival and growth of neurons. In other words, brushing the arms can literally spark the conditions that help your brain grow new connections, while also calming the nervous system and reducing stress, which is a known enemy of memory. Practicing this exercise is simple and safe. You will need only a soft bristled brush, the kind often used for body care. Sit comfortably with your back straight, shoulders relaxed, and feet on the ground. Hold the brush gently but firmly, then start at your right wrist. Slowly brush upward along the forearm toward the elbow, keeping the motion steady and light. Repeat this upward stroke 3 times before moving to the left arm and following the same pattern. After completing both arms, add gentle circular motions around the joints at the wrist and elbow. To finish, lightly tap the palms with the brush, as if closing the cycle of stimulation. Throughout the process, breathe deeply. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, because breath and touch together enhance relaxation and brain activation. The best time to practice is in the evening, when the body seeks calm and the brain prepares to store memories during sleep. Many older adults use this technique as part of a nightly self-care ritual, noticing that not only does it help them drift off more easily, but their dreams become more vivid and their recall sharper in the morning. One gentleman from Chicago told me after a month of consistent practice, "Doctor, I not only sleep more peacefully, but I also remember conversations and daily details I used to forget." Across cultures, this practice resonates in meaningful ways. In the United States, seniors often view it as a form of self-care, similar to moisturizing the skin or taking a warm bath before bed. It feels practical, familiar, and comforting. In India, it connects closely with Ayurvedic traditions and the ancient practice of dry brushing, where gentle strokes on the skin are believed to stimulate circulation, awaken energy pathways, and promote longevity. What both cultures share is the understanding that the skin is more than a barrier. It is a living organ that communicates directly with the mind. Still, it is important to avoid common mistakes. Do not brush too hard, as aggressive strokes can irritate the skin and cause tension, defeating the purpose of relaxation. Do not rush the process, because speed turns it into a mechanical act rather than a mindful ritual. And do not forget to sync with your breathing, since calm, steady breath enhances the brain's ability to benefit from touch. The results of this simple nightly practice can feel almost magical. Within weeks, many seniors report clearer recall, lighter moods, and a sense of calm they thought had slipped away with age. The truth is, your brain remains capable of renewal, and your skin can act as the doorway to that renewal. With only a brush, a few minutes, and an open mind, you can bring back not only restful sleep, but also sharper memory, proving that even small gestures carry the power to transform your later years. Exercise 5. Nasal stretching and conscious breathing. Breathing is something we do every moment, yet very few of us think about it until a problem arises. As we age, shallow breathing or even mild nasal congestion can quietly deprive the brain of oxygen, leading to foggy thinking, poor recall, and a sense of fatigue. Just like a fire that struggles when the fuel is weak, your brain cannot burn brightly without a steady flow of oxygen. Scientists now understand that nasal breathing plays a direct role in memory. When you inhale slowly and steadily through the nose, signals travel to the hippocampus, the part of the brain that builds and retrieves memories. Studies at Northwestern University showed that older adults who practiced nasal breathing during memory tests performed significantly better than those who breathed only through the mouth. Conscious nasal breathing also calms stress hormones, lowers blood pressure, and improves blood circulation, which together create the perfect environment for memory to strengthen. Practicing nasal stretching is simple and safe. Sit with your back straight and your shoulders relaxed. Place your index finger and thumb on each side of the base of your nose and gently stretch outward, opening the nostrils slightly. Hold this for 5 seconds while inhaling through your nose. Use the 4-2-6 method. Inhale to a count of 4, hold for 2, then exhale through the mouth to a count of 6. Repeat 10 times, allowing your lungs to fill fully each cycle. The best time to practice is in the morning, to wake up the brain and prepare for the day. It is also useful before reading, studying, or any mental task, because the added oxygen sharpens concentration. At night, it helps release tension, lower stress, and prepare the brain for memory consolidation during sleep. This technique carries cultural meaning as well. In the United States, many seniors practice mindfulness breathing as a way to restore calm and focus. In India, nasal breathing is central to pranayama, the yogic discipline that treats breath as life energy. Modern neuroscience now validates what these traditions have taught for centuries, that conscious breath enhances brain function and preserves memory. Be mindful of common mistakes. Do not pull too hard on the nose, and do not rush through the exercise. A slouched back limits lung expansion, while polluted or very dry air irritates the nasal passages. Practice slowly, intentionally, and in a clean environment. One retired teacher in Texas told me that after just 2 weeks of morning practice, his mind felt sharper and more energetic throughout the day. He said, "It feels like my brain finally wakes up with my body." That is the true power of conscious breathing, not just relaxation, but renewal. By giving yourself 1 calm minute each day, you can protect memory, sharpen clarity, and remind yourself that aging does not have to mean decline. We have now seen how 5 simple exercises, each lasting less than 1 minute a day, can breathe new life into memory. These movements are not complicated routines or expensive therapies, but small daily choices that strengthen brain connections, the way gentle sunlight helps a fading plant recover. By combining the wisdom of East and West, ancient practices like yoga and mindful touch with modern neuroscience, you create a bridge between tradition and science that works for your age, your lifestyle, and your culture. The message is clear. Memory decline does not have to be accepted as an unavoidable fate of aging. Even small, intentional actions can shift the course of your days, making conversations sharper, sleep deeper, and mornings brighter. I encourage you to begin today, right now, by choosing one exercise and practicing it. See how your body and mind respond, and notice the quiet improvements that follow. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried one of these exercises, and did you feel a change? Please share your experience in the comments. And if you found this helpful, remember to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the next step in protecting your memory and health.